Welcome to Rebel Life Boxing, where I talk boxing and anything in between. Make sure to catch new videos daily at 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. Also catch an early bird video weekdays at 6 a.m. Support the channel, and thanks for watching.
So, more than likely, George Kambosos' next opponent will be Ryan Garcia. Damn. Boxing. Let me politic on this real quick. You know, I know many of us saw this coming. You know, we saw it. The moment George Kambosos got a hold of those belts and he started talking about he's in the driver's seat now, and I'm like, here we go. But a lot of us wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, we didn't want to believe he was going to be like Teofimo Lopez. And in fact, man, he may be even worse. And his team, too. Especially Lou DiBella. Ryan Garcia, a guy that has been capping, you know, I hate using that word, but I'm just going to say it today. He's been capping all over social media for like 2 years, trying to get clout off other fighters' names, trying to get clout off Tank Davis, clout off Devin Haney's name, talking about he's going to fight Devin, then he's going to fight Manny Pacquiao, then he's going to fight Tank, then no, I'm not fighting Tank, I'm fighting Devin, and the kid is all over the place. And then they talking about mental issues, and which I don't believe. And all of a sudden, he's the talk of the town. He's put in a spot where he could potentially be undisputed. Now, if that fight gets made, I will make a official prediction, but I'm not going to touch on that yet. We'll see what happens. But if so, what has he done? What has he done in 2 years, or in general? What has Ryan Garcia done to get a shot at those belts, bro? You know, this Lou DiBella and all these other cats, they got something already lined up with the zone. Lou DiBella already said, hey, listen, the fight with Ryan Garcia just makes economic sense. So it doesn't matter, you know, being undisputed doesn't matter. They think Ryan Garcia is a bigger money draw, and more than likely they probably think he's an easier fight than Devin Haney is. But I'm gonna tell you like this: what's gonna happen is he's gonna get knocked out. That's what's gonna happen to George Kambosos. As much as I don't like Ryan Garcia, he's gonna get knocked out. The boxing gods got a funny way of working things out. He's gonna get knocked out. He would have lost to Devin too. They know that, but they think Ryan's an easier fight because he's been dropped probably, or because he's less defensive and he's less. He doesn't move around as much as Devin Haney does. So they think they got it in the bag with Ryan Garcia. So they figure we gonna whoop on Ryan out here in Australia, and we gonna keep these belts and make this money, and we gonna keep on holding up the division. You know, because if he does fight Ryan Garcia, he still ain't gonna fight Devin Haney. He gonna milk everything for what it is, as if he win against Ryan Garcia. And I don't think he is. I think George Kambosos is a one and done. That's what I think. And he's going to lose. He's gonna get knocked out, and it serves him right. So I say, all right, let him fight Ryan Garcia. The problem is, though, if Ryan Garcia get a hold of those belts, it's probably going to be the same thing. Ryan Garcia going to pull that same shit. He going to get a hold of those belts from George Kambosos, and he still ain't going to fight Devin Haney. Still's not going to fight him. And I'll get to Devin Haney in a moment. But this is the kind of stuff that boxing fans got to put up with. And nobody asks for this. But they don't care. Because people gonna still run and flock and buy it. The zone don't care. Lou DiBella don't care. George Kambosos don't care. They all they care about is a bag, and potentially they think they're going the easier route with Ryan Garcia. And I'm telling you right now, they They ain't mistaken, bro. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Now, Ryan been out for a while. That could have been another reason why they want to pick Ryan Garcia. He been out for a while, so he might have some ring rust. So there's a small possibility George could beat him. So they picked Ryan Garcia. They didn't pick Loma. Loma looked good in his last 2 fights. They're not picking Devin Haney because Devin Haney, he looked good and he looked decent and good in his fights. And they both been active. So you want to go to unactive fighter route. That's not a heart of a champion. That's not what champions do. Pick the lesser comp. I thought champions want the best. He said, I want the best. First, then he said it was between Loma and Devin to see how those two do in their last fights. So then where did Ryan Garcia just jump in the middle of everything out of nowhere? What judge, are you gauging Ryan Garcia on his next fight with Emmanuel Tago? Because that's what Ryan Garcia's next fight is. And they're going to line that shit up perfectly. That's like a tune-up for Ryan Garcia. They want to wait and see. They also want to probably wait. They want to wait and see how Ryan looks in his tune-up fight. That's why they picked Ryan, because he got ring rust, and they want to see how much of it he can shake off in this fight with this African guy. That's sucker shit, man. That's sucker shit. And unfortunately for Devin Haney, if this happens, I mean, it's nowhere else for him to go, man. He's going to have to just move up. Because from what I understand, Bill Haney said that, I think the weight's starting to get to him, the draining and stuff. It's time for him to move up, man. He's going to have to move up to 140, bro. And I know my guy, he wanted to be undisputed, but the politics ain't going to let that happen. They freezing Devin out, man. And all these, I hate that shit, bro. I hate when, like, fighters that ain't doing nothing, they can sit around for like a year or two and they get to come back and jump ahead of the line. They get to jump ahead of everybody else that been putting in work, everybody else that been active, and they get a title shot. You know what I mean? And then all these other dudes, they get froze out and knocked down and shit like that. And they get freezed out of good fights. They get freezed out of the fights that they need to elevate their career. But these dudes that don't care about their career, they've been sitting around for 2 years, Twitter banging and shit like that, Twitter boxing. They get to come back, get a tune-up, and then get a title shot potentially, man. It's sickening, man. It really is. Devin need to just fuck 135, Dev. Leave him, drop that WBC belt, and just go ahead and go to 140, man, and be great up there. He'll be better up there anyway. I think his power is going to probably transition better up there anyway, because he'd be less weight drained. But he shouldn't have to go through this, bro. The young brother should not have to go through this shit, man. He got the belt. Nobody want to fight the brother, man. They talking about it's about the money. But when Devin make more money than all these dudes, they talking about just what does social media following have to do with who makes the most money right now in boxing. Devin doesn't have the social media following that Ryan has, but Devin makes more money than Ryan. So what are you talking about? It's about the economic sense. What, subscribers equal to economic sense? So, his fan base on YouTube. Yo, man, I swear, man, I hope this fight happen. And Ryan sparks him, knocks him clear the fuck out, takes his belts, and then he gonna become the next diva of 135, because he ain't gonna fight Devin either. He gonna coddle those belts, use them for leverage, and then fight bullshit fighters. And then that's gonna be the pinnacle of Ryan Garcia's career. That's what he gonna be doing, ducking and dodging. He takes boxing as a joke, bro. At this point, if you can't see that, then I don't know what's gonna make you believe it. Yeah. I hope the boxing gods lay it heavy on George Kambosos and his team. I mean, heavy. I hope they lay the smackdown on his ass. Heavy. Take them belts from his ass. He don't deserve them, because he double talking ass motherfucker. That's what he did. Just like Tio. And he accused Tio of doing that, but he doing the same thing Tio is doing. And then Ryan Garcia gonna do the same thing. He would try to say other dudes don't want to fight the best, and then when he get his hands on those belts from George Kambosos, He gonna do the same exact thing. And it's always the possibility he might get robbed, or he might beat George Kambosos convincingly, but he might end up getting robbed. The reason why I say George Kambosos, he gonna have to knock him out for it to be clear cut win right there. Reason I say, man, George Kambosos is a one and done because, bro, he struggled in the past. He struggled with Lee Selby. He struggled with Mickey Bay. T.O., man, I don't know, like I said, that was just T.O. That was his wake-up call. I think if they fought again, I think T.O. probably would knock him out. And I don't like T.O. I don't really care for him too much, but I think that's what ended up happening. It's sad though, man. Dev, man. Dev has no, there's nothing else for him to do at 135, man. That's it. They're not gonna fight him. So he need to just leave, go up, and be great. These dudes that's been doing this, their lessons is coming. George Kambosos, his lesson is his karma is coming, and so is Ryan Garcia. Wait and see. But anyway, that's all I really got. What you think about this situation? Rather sad to see. It really is. Just trying to hold a brother back from greatness, trying to starve him out like that is fucked up. But it is what it is. It's Rebel Life Bias, and I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out.